Hey, what's going on? Got a hitting question today from Douglas Brown, and he says, "Hi John, I am moving up into 13U and I hit a lot of home runs, but I also strike out a lot. Any tips so I can keep my homer swing but whiff less? Thanks." Yeah, I got two tips for you actually. The first one is to focus on training small, right? I talk a lot about training small, and when you train small for hitting, that's great. That's going to work on your hand-eye coordination. What you can do for training small is get some mini wiffle balls, right? And focus on hitting those. Imagine if you could hit these mini wiffle balls, right? I don't have one laying around here. But they're like golf ball sized wiffle balls. And I actually sell a mini wiffle ball pitching machine on my website that pitches them out. And obviously they're going to move and they're smaller, so they're very hard to hit. But if you can hit those with your bat, and then you can even work into hitting them with a skinny barrel bat, which is just a bat that's real skinny. I sell that on my website as well. If you can hit those consistently with a good, powerful swing, obviously when you get in the game and you got a bigger ball, a baseball, and a bigger bat, your regular bat, it's going to be a lot easier to hit. So you're just working, it's called training small. I call it training small. You're just working your hand-eye coordination, and you can keep the same swing. Okay, so that's the first tip. Start training small. Start hitting the little mini wiffle balls. The second tip that I got for you is implement a two-strike approach. So instead of taking hacks every single time you're up there, once you get to two strikes, you want to have a different approach, right? You want to have a more defensive approach, right? So before that, when you're even in the count or ahead in the count, go ahead and take them hacks. Go ahead, if you're, especially if you're in a fastball count, right? If you're in a hitter's count, if you're even or 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 3-0, you might want to take 3-0 depending on what your coach has you doing. But if you're in those hitters counts, and obviously in those counts, pitchers typically throw fastballs and they're trying to throw it for a strike to get back in the count. Why don't you take those big hacks, right? So take those big hacks then. If you're even in the count, maybe you're still taking your home run swings. Obviously, if you get a good pitch, obviously you don't want to just be hacking and everything, swinging at balls, right? But when you get to that two-strike count, when you get two strikes, 0-2, 1-2, 2-2, 3-2, you want to have a two-strike approach. And all you're going to do with your two-strike approach is be a little bit more defensive, okay? Some guys like to choke up a little bit. Some guys actually like to stay all the way down. So that's personal preference. Choking up will help you be a little bit quicker to the ball. Staying long will help you get balls that are out of the zone. And pitchers like to expand the zone in a two-strike count. So that's why guys like to stay all the way down on the handle of the bat sometimes. Personal preference, but that's one thing you can change. Another thing you can change in a two-strike approach is get up on the plate. So you're going to be able to protect more of the plate, right? So if you're closer to the plate, you're going to be able to have more coverage, especially when the pitcher's trying to expand the zone and throw balls out, off of the plate. So it also gives the pitcher a different visual. So it's hard to pitch to a guy who's up on the plate, at least from my personal experience. That's another thing you can do. One other one is you can move up in the box. So move more towards the pitcher, right? Because in a two-strike count, especially 0-2, 1-2, you're going to get a lot more junk, right? So if you scoot up in the box, you might take away some of those pitches from the pitcher, meaning you're going to catch those pitches higher as they're coming through the zone. You might be able to put more bat on, a better bat on the ball. So that's another thing that you could do. And the last thing that I suggest for a two-strike approach is just be a little bit shorter with your stride and your swing, right? So you're not taking, obviously we're not taking the big home run hack in a two-strike count. We're going to be a little shorter with the stride. If you got a huge leg kick normally, maybe we shorten it down, get it up, get it down, and then just be real quick with the hands, throw the hands short with the bat, not really taking that hack, that you do to hit those home runs, okay? Again, that's just when you get two strikes. So you use those two things to, still keep your home run swing, but whiff less, as you say. Train small and implement a two-strike approach. I hope that answers your question. Don't forget, you can check out the mini wiffle ball pitching machine and the skinny barrel bat on my website. I'll leave a link down below. Good luck to you, my friend. Thank you for the question. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. And if it's a good question, I'll answer it here on video. Thanks for watching.